Nobody cares that the street is closed. They're all just driving by. What is happening? Hey besties. I know I don't look like myself. It's because I feel like hot garbage. If you've been around for a while, then I'm sure you remember my old beanbag videos. Or if you've watched my Vlogmas, my old corner videos when I used to just sit in the corner and chat. This is the equivalent of one of those. So like 2 months ago, they put me on a new ADHD med, which wasn't really working. So they doubled the dosage. I've been on a double dosage of this for the last month, and I have felt like I've been dying. I have literally been spending days just laying on the bathroom floor. I can't do anything but lay on the bathroom floor. I can't even lay on the couch and watch TV without getting up and getting sick. It's bad. Not spawn, but there have only been 2 things that have helped me at all. One is these ginger candies that I got from TJ Maxx forever ago because I already have a sensitive stomach and I'd get nauseous a lot. These help a bit, but they weren't helping enough. And God help me, no one wanted to give me a Zofran prescription. That's all I wanted. Someone just give me a Zofran prescription. Zofran is anti-nausea meds, if you didn't know. So I Googled and I found out that there's an over-the-counter, kind of not exactly Zofran, but similar thing. So I sent my fiance out to get it for me. These things have been saving my life. They're the only reason that I'm not laying on the bathroom floor. They don't work perfectly. They work for maybe half an hour and then I have to take more, but it's better than nothing. And that's how I'm sitting here right now talking to y'all, because these things are saving my life. What is happening going forward? And what med did this to me? They thought that Wellbutrin would be great for my ADHD because it's used off-label for ADHD all the time, and they don't really want to prescribe stimulants. Me and Wellbutrin apparently don't mix well at a high dosage. So I just had a doctor's appointment. They are calling in a new prescription for me for a different med that they're going to have me start next week. Let's hope I can be a functioning human at that point. What else has been going on in my life? I went out with my friends for a weekend, which was wonderful. It was all the girls from my old job, well, most of them. Megan, I'm so sad you couldn't be there. And Dylan, of course. We went away to Maine and we just had a fun weekend away in an Airbnb. We had a hot tub. It felt like we were in a horror movie because it was kind of in the middle of nowhere and there was absolutely no cell signal, and it was a little bit terrifying driving down this dirt road to get there and losing signal and it being dark and creepy, but it was fun. We had a fire and at one point everyone had got inside except for me and Audrey because never leave a fire unattended. And Audrey's like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, like come in with me. And I'm like, no, like you can't leave a fire unattended. And then we heard rustling in the woods. So we immediately took a bucket of water and put that fire out and ran inside because I'm not messing with that. It was just all around wonderful. It was kind of exactly what I needed, and it was certainly a reset for my mental health. I have missed these friends so much, you don't even understand. And then tragedy struck. I had packed a shirt that had a lot of sentimental value to me. If y'all follow me on Instagram and you saw the story, it's a Clothes Over Bros shirt, which is from One Tree Hill, but it was original One Tree Hill merch, dropped right when it came out. I wore it to North Carolina when I met the cast when I was 14 years old. This has been in my life for like 20 years now. I've owned this shirt, and it just was missing. I searched everywhere. It was not in my luggage. I called my fiance and I'm like, hey, can you please check and see if I left it on the bed next to my bag? Because I know that I'd had a few things on the bed next to my bag that I'd meant to pack but hadn't because I narrowed everything down. Wasn't next to my bag. Wasn't anywhere in the house that he could find. Was not anywhere but the Airbnb. And when I say anywhere, I mean I checked my room, Lily checked my room, Audrey checked my room. Dylan at one point had gone into my room to get changed into his bathing suit for the hot tub and had left his shirt in my room. So I was wondering if maybe when he grabbed his shirt to bring it back into his room, he accidentally grabbed my top. So he even searched his luggage. Everyone searched everything. Was not there. Was not in the house. I had a small mental breakdown. There's a pip just out of frame, so if you see a tail or a whisker, don't be surprised. I finally accepted defeat and I broke down sobbing. Partially because the shirt held so much sentimental value to me, And partially because I didn't understand what happened. I kept telling everyone that yes, I was frustrated, but I wouldn't have been as frustrated and upset about it if I knew what had happened. I went up there with Audrey, we carpooled. I had opened my bag at one point in her car to pull out a phone charger. I searched her car to see if it had fallen out in her car when I was grabbing the charger. Because here I am being like, oh, that would make sense why it's not anywhere. Wasn't there. It made no sense. I've quite literally never had my brain broken the way that it was trying to figure out what happened to this shirt. And I think the not knowing is what got to me more than losing the shirt. Like, yes, like 20 years being the shirt that I wore when I met the cast of One Tree Hill, like it had a lot of sentimental value to me. But at the same time, the not knowing got to me more. When I got home, not that I didn't trust my fiance, but I also ransacked the house. I emptied out my closet and searched through every piece of clothing that I owned. Like, it was intense. I searched everywhere. The entire house was not here. Finally, at the end of my rope, I end up, if you don't know, I'm practicing witch, so I do a spell, a return to owner spell, finding lost items spell. The very next day, guess what turns up? Truly, never let it be said that witchcraft doesn't work, because like, hi. I rewatched Supernatural from start to finish, and that was also wonderful for my mental health. That was something I really needed. I had never actually finished the show when it first aired. If any of you watch Supernatural, I stopped watching before Rowena was even introduced, and now Rowena is my baby. I love her so much. I stopped watching before Charlie was introduced. Charlie is my baby. And to keep it spoiler free, but I cried my eyes out at Crowley's last scene, and I'll just leave it at that. Bawled hysterically. I have never ugly cried at a show like that. I cried more at that than I did at the One Tree Hill season 3 death. And I'm gonna leave that at that, because if you know, you know, and if not, I'm keeping it spoiler free, because that on One Tree Hill was unexpected. I did teach my fiance something during my Supernatural rewatch though. He wasn't rewatching it, but he was hearing my commentary. And I'm pretty sure his exact quotes, anytime that a character died, was, don't their deaths not matter? Don't they all die a million times? Which, like, true. Deaths don't really matter in Supernatural. Quite literally, all my favorite characters have died. Multiple times, I want to say. Except for Danielle's character. If y'all don't know, Danielle Ackles is my biggest celebrity crush. I love her so much. And I finally got to see her episodes of Supernatural, and they didn't kill her. A year or so ago, my fiance and I started watching Beverly Hills 90210, the original from the 90s. We got pretty far into it. We only had 2 seasons left, and we got a little burnt out on the show. It's a great show, but each season is like 30-something episodes, and they're hour-long episodes, so like, after watching it for a while, you get burnt out, especially when characters are as stupid as some of them are. I hate Brandon Walsh. So now that my Supernatural rewatch is over, my fiance's like, hey, now that you're not binge watching this show anymore, and he was watching the Drew Carey show and he finished that, he's like, why don't we finish up Beverly Hills 90210 finally? So we've been finishing 90210. My least favorite character is finally gone. Bye, Brandon. But apparently one of my favorite characters is like about to leave the show. If you've ever watched the original 90210, Valerie's my precious baby and must be protected at all costs. I know she's a scheming bitch, but she has her reasons. What else is going on in my life? I have something really fun planned for the last day of the month. I can't say what it is, but y'all will find out afterwards. And I might be going on a really fun trip next month. I'm still not sure. I probably won't find out until last minute, but I really hope that I do so that I can show all of y'all what's going on, because I'm super excited. If there's one thing to know about me, it's that I love to travel. Next month is my birthday month and Casey's birthday month. If y'all don't know Casey, you don't know me. Casey's my best friend, my literal other half. Genuinely, I really don't think there's much else to update on. That's my life update. I have been sick as everything from these meds. I don't know. I feel like my brain's not properly functioning because these meds just have me so out of it. My life hasn't been fun. My life hasn't been exciting. My life has been me laying there, not doing anything, dissociating and feeling like I'm dying, which like sucks. Because like I was doing so good. I was getting my exercise routine down. I had a good diet going. I was hydrated. And then I started feeling like I was dying. Y'all, I had my life together let's hope that these new meds that they're putting me on help. And follow me on Instagram because I'm posting updates there. All right, besties, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
I don't know, but I've been told the world outside is oh so cold. So cold.